Ronald Ziegler.
Next, we're in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for a bond hearing. Ronald Ziegler was charged with aggravated stalking for violating an injunction filed against him by a former neighbor.
All right. What's the state's recommendation?
State's recommendation is a $25,000 bond.
Does he have any priors?
No, Your Honor, he does not. And the state's requesting level 1 pretrial release.
All right, what's the public defender's response?
Judge, he's on disability. He can't make a monetary bond because of his limited disability check. So he's going to sit in custody.
Who is
bond is attached.
Who is?
Mid-sentence, Judge Jeffrey Levinson cuts off the public defender.
Who is Linda Mendola to him?
My former neighbor.
And Your Honor, as you can see from the problem, this is something that's been going on for years, and it just appears that from what's being alleged, that Mr. Ziegler is just not, he's not stopping. He will not leave this woman alone.
All right, I'm gonna.
Judge Levinson tries to quickly move things along, but the public defender isn't done arguing on his client's behalf.
Judge, if I can continue?
Sure, go ahead.
I wasn't done. I'm asking that you give him level 2 pretrial release that will make sure that he's in his home, ameliorate the concern of the state, that he's contacting anybody. Level 1 seems a little draconian. He's on disability. Because of that, he's just going to sit in custody.
Anything else? Anything else? All right. I'm going to reduce the bond to $10,000. I'll put him on level 2 pretrial release with the monitor. Should he be released, and he's not to have any contact, direct or indirect. He's not to come within 500 feet of the victim in the case, Ms. Mendoza.
The public defender has just gotten his client's bond lowered by $15,000 and gotten him a less strict pretrial release. But he pushes for more.
So I'm
Judge,
only... listen, counsel. Thank you very much. Good luck to you.
Judge,
all right.
Judge, if I can just have 1 second.
Sure, go ahead. Whatever you want.
Please don't get frustrated at me. I'm trying to advocate on behalf of my client.
But before he can finish his thought, the judge again cuts in.
Let me interrupt you. Okay, the frustration is that professionalism tells us this. Before the court rules, you argue to the court. After the court rules, you argue with the court. I think it's rather common in our criminal division that lawyers do not understand that concept. I heard you out. I heard your argument. I heard the state's argument. I heard your argument. I read the probable cause. I make decisions, okay?
Well, that should button things up, right?
So right now the record, look, if you want to argue,
Judge,
if you want to put anything else in there.
To have an opportunity to speak, and all you do is continue. I want to provide the court with additional information. He only gets $700 for his disability, so I'm asking that you take it in light and set it at $7,000 so that he can possibly bond out this month instead of having to wait 2 months for his check to accumulate, rather than just pick an arbitrary number out of the sky at $10,000. So I just want to provide that additional information to you now that I have an opportunity to do that.
Thank you very much.
After the not-so-sincere pleasantry, Judge Levinson adds one more thing.
Did you hear what I said, though? I used to serve in the criminal division, and my suggestion is that if you want...
I don't want any suggestions, Judge. I know how to practice law. Thank you.
All right. No problem.
Despite the testy exchange, the defendant did get a reduced bond and was ultimately found not guilty of the stalking charge. Thanks for being a fan of CourtCam. Subscribe to A&E to never miss a new video and catch full episodes on aetv.com.